Good morning, everybody. It's me, Cliff. I guess it's time for me to do my Gina Carano reaction video about sorry asked Lucasfilm firing her. For those of you that don't know who Gina Carano is, she played Cara Dune in Disney's The Mandalorian, which was the lone tiny little island, the last little bastion of quality Star Wars entertainment that was left. The rest, it has the rest of the so-called universe. They call the real shit now with Luke, Han, Leia. They call that Legends, but in my mind, there's only one trilogy. I mean, there's only one universe, and that is with the Lucas and the Thrawn trilogy and all of those things like that. I don't even consider this junk they've put out in this decade actually Star Wars, except for The Mandalorian. But they fired Gina Carano for a tweet that basically, I'm going to paraphrase here, that basically, I'm not even going to paraphrase, I'm going to just get to the gist of it. Basically, it was kind of equating the way that everybody are treating Trump supporters to the way that they started off treating the Jews. The thing said something like, it just was saying that people got to that point of the Holocaust because they were brainwashed into hating their neighbor, which is 100% true. That's how Hitler got people hating Jews. He first convinced their own people. They turned their own people that lived next to them against them. He was even tougher back then because there wasn't social media. But the same thing is kind of happening, and a lot of people don't realize that's what's happening because see these crazy leftists and some right people as well. What they've what they haven't delivered on what they said they were going to do, but yet no one, at least the media, either the media is stifling it because I've been searching for it. There's bits and pieces here, like Tim Pool and stuff I can find where he talks about people are actually having this remorse, but the news, you have to dig deep for it. It's not coming on CNN. You got to get on the internet and type up pipeline and type up jobs lost because of Biden. Type up how many executive orders that he's done that hasn't benefited Americans. I mean, the guy straight lied. Anyway, back to uh, Gina Carano, because it all ties in here. Because these same people have kind of that brainwashing, that leftist vile brainwashing is part of the thing that got Gina Carano fired. And the hypocrisy of it all is that the other guy, the Hispanic guy, and I actually Pedro Pascal, I don't he was in Narcos. He's okay as an actor. I don't dislike his acting, but man, this dude is a simp to the highest order. His name is Pedro Pascal. What he said online and was way worse, calling 74 million Americans basically rednecks and slave masters and stuff like that. And you would think that Disney, their bottom line, and Disney's all about the Skrilla, that he would have been at least disciplined. But not only is Pedro Pascal allowed to be as racist as he wants, they hired a couple of one host. I think her name is Christina Ariel. I don't know what her resume is, but then there's this other chick. She hosts the High Republic channel on YouTube, which no one watches, and Justina Ireland, who both have been, the writer for this new crap that they're calling, that they're slapping the name Star Wars on. They both, you can look it up, Christina Ariel and Justina Ireland. They are two of the most racist people that you will ever hear. And I just really wish that more white folk actually, I guess, would kind of stick up for it because or themselves or something, or even black folks should say something about this because none of those things None of those things, no matter how oppressed you feel, no matter what kind of cloak of victimhood that you wear, it doesn't give you the right to be a racist yourself, because how will anyone take you seriously? How will anyone take your intentions or your movements seriously if that's what you're doing? They always, these leftists and stuff, they love to bring up stuff like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King would have never approved of this behavior, firing this woman because of her very nice. She's always been very nice and giving and very, very subtle things. I wouldn't even say that she is a right leaning. I just think a lot of the stuff that people consider conservative or right leaning is kind of just, believing in common sense things, or not so much common sense things, but traditional things. And there's nothing wrong with traditional things. There's nothing wrong with religion. If sure, every religion has history because humans are screwed up. But if that religion that you choose, if you live by those tenets, because most of them have good ideas, but humans in our fallacy, fell short of actually adhering to those things, and then that's where you have the problem. But actually, um, I've met a lot of people that, though I may not carry their same beliefs, those beliefs that they have made them great people. So it all makes sense in the end, if you are truly about that life. If you're not truly about that life, that's where the confusion comes in. But what this all signals about, and what this all is pointing to, ladies and gentlemen, is it's what they always do. They're destroying pop culture. They're destroying pop culture. Every time I turn on television, I am beat over the head with some sort of message. And a man my age has seen these messages before. A man my age knows that this is all a passing fucking fad. Just like prior to the election, the city was burning down. That dude was that fucking China Joe was on TV talking about they're gonna have you in chains, all this stuff. And as soon as he won, peace out. It's a memory. No one cares anymore. Same thing that always happened. And this thing with Gina Carano is just another example of that. Ladies and gentlemen, they are starting to. I mean, this channel, for example, I feel like I should, have more subscribers, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, I feel that something is up as far as them not letting me get exposure. Or hey, maybe it just ain't working out, whatever. But I'm going, I surf other people's channels, and there's people that have more production value than me and don't say or be talking about shit really, and they have more subscribers. So I'm looking at it, I'm going, probably my views. But that's okay, because I didn't start this channel to cuck with these people that censor people. I'm not up there talking about hate, and I don't hate anyone either. But they do. Another thing, what's ironic about this Gina Carano thing as well is that, she's not if it wasn't her, I guess, she's actually, it's like you hear these feminists all the time talk about a strong woman, strong female character. Well, she played one on screen, and she was pretty strong and had her own opinions. She had her own opinions, and she was pretty strong to me. But her opinions weren't theirs. So they decided to cancel her. You see the hypocrisy with these leftists? It's okay for Pablo Hidalgo to be, Pablo Hidalgo, no, yeah, that's another video, screw him. But it's okay for Pablo Hidalgo, Pedro Pascal, Justina Ireland. It's okay for Christina Ariel. It's in vogue right now. So they're basically letting blacks be racist and say whatever they want. I can't believe these women still have the nerve to act as if they're oppressed somehow. They are basically being allowed to be as racist as they could possibly be without talking about lynching. They're being as racist, and it's allowed. And And what are you getting from it? Because as soon as the cultural shift shifts, you're gonna have to quit with, stop with that, or sooner or later Disney's gonna figure out, hey, this ain't working. We're losing too much money. Hopefully, you see, they're doing all of that stuff with these women. I think this Justina Ireland person probably, I think she directed maybe a couple of episodes. I mean, she maybe wrote a couple of episodes of something, maybe a book or something. So basically, they just gave them the job because of the color of their skin. So they're diversity hires, and really they're not. Neither one of them are really sci-fi fans. Neither one of them grew up on Star Wars or even were casual fans. And they keep doing that. They're doing it all over, giving black folks gigs that shouldn't be, especially when you're dealing with art. You should not give people stuff based on the color of their skin. It should be based off of the work that they do and their experience, like anything else in life. But when you're dealing with billion-dollar franchises, you really should take heed. But what Disney has done is treated it basically like any old other thing, and it's showing. And I'm really sad that uh, you know, my son's gonna have a generation, and Star Wars is just gonna be this bullshit mess, among other things that they're ruining. And these weirdo black folks that think that they're getting progress when they give you a black Batman or a black Spider-Man or a black this or a black that. You're wrong. They're placating you. I am gonna cancel my Disney Plus. And I really don't want to, because I honestly want to see John Bernthal in when they revive the Punisher. I really do, but I mean, these are the people that, when The Force Awakens was premiering in China, John Boyega, the guy that played Finn, the black guy, they didn't approve of it in China, of him being on the poster, so they edited him out. So what this is proving about Disney is basically they'll do what they have to make a buck, which is what corporations do. But it just shows you who they really are. They preach diversity, they preach this, but this is not who they are. And it shows. It shows. They won't even talk about that. How they put him out of the poster. The two racist chicks with all the weave, they are allowed to say whatever they want without no consequence. But they are just a tool. They are just a tool as well. I wonder if they even know about this whole John Boyega thing. And if they do, if they're not bitching about it, then they're hypocrites, because they know at the end of the day it's a white man signing the checks. They know that at the end of the day that what they're swinging off of is not their brainchild. So that's a reason to cancel your Disney Plus. But the first, and Gina Carano is another one. A real life strong woman. A real life strong woman. And they canceled her for not agreeing with them. So you just want a strong woman when it's convenient. Or a strong woman, they're strong as long as they agree with you. And yeah, I don't get that. If some of you guys get it, why, if they only care about some strong women sometimes, or if you can, what do you all think about this bizarre attack on pop culture? Because that's what it is. It's an attack on pop culture, and in turn, attack on our culture as Americans in itself. And I hope that people start seeing that in at least a couple years before it's too late, because these people are on the rampage, and society has been completely brainwashed through social media. I've tried it, you guys. I've tried to present facts and data, or just plain logic, like saying, well, The stimulus package was bullshit, had all that shit in there for other countries, and he lied to them about the stimulus checks. And but it's like they don't want to hear it or don't want to accept it. Prior to the election, the it, the internet was lit up with self-righteousness, and white leftists going, oh, we just gotta, but every day I turn on the news since, and there's more Americans losing their jobs. There's more people upset expressing their, habits. And when I say turn on the news, I mean get on the internet, because CNN ain't gonna cover this negative stuff. They did cover up Joe Biden's son in the laptop thing, though. Let that have been Trump's son. These people are not the righteous people that they are pretending to be. These people at Disney are not the righteous people they pretend to be. And they hire a few diversity hires, and they're going to fuck everything up. And then what does that say about those writers and stuff, right? What does that say? So far, uh, uh, so you put a couple of you put a couple of amateurs in charge of $1 billion franchise to virtue signal and ruined it. That's something that, if I got in a job, the first thing I would have done was watch the original movies and read the extended universe, if I could. But no, they're ruining things because they're so obsessed with race and gender that they're ruining art. See, if they were really talented, they would create something of their own volition and raise it up over years. You start a character and birth it and take care of it and have a writing team and really build it over time. But no, see, they don't do that. What they'd rather do is, oh, black Batman. Oh, black woman Batman. Black this, black that. And it's like they're just placating you. They're not doing you any favors. I don't know. What do you guys think about these race swapped characters and all this stuff? Because see, I related to Peter Parker, and most of my black male friends did too. You relate to him either way it goes, and and he didn't have to be black for you to relate it to him. As a matter of fact, it was more effective that he was white, because it brought you together. It brought you together because you were able to say, hey, I don't have to see somebody the same color as me to relate to them on the screen. See, these leftists teach diversity, so-called diversity, but basically what they're saying is, oh, so I can't relate to somebody unless I'm the same color as them. Except they think that they are righteous. You have a lot of blacks out there and a white guy out there try to tell me today that I hate myself. And my first thought to that was, well, so why do you think I hate myself? Because I don't agree with what you think that I should think as a black person? So in essence, you're saying that I should feel that if I don't share your stereotype of victimhood, that I'm self-hating? I don't get it. And the irony of that is I remember, like 10, 15 years ago, no matter how they felt, that was considered rude and out of line. Now these idiots are so crazy, and this younger generation gives them such pats on the back. They love it when white people agree with their lunacy. That they've paved the way for this shit. Now you got them thinking that they can comment on your experience as a black person. And them thinking they can comment on it, that doesn't realize how much that makes them actually the oppressor. But they're not very smart people. They just get emotional when you bring up facts. So what do you guys think? If you have Disney Plus, are you going to cancel Disney Plus? Do you even give a shit about Gina Carano? Because I do. I thought she was amazing, and I admired her a lot, and I hope she gets more work. Have you run into these ultra woke white and black folks that think that them getting emotional is an argument? Just let me know in the comment section what you think. Please hit the thumbs up button. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to keep you guys posted, because I'm also going to be trying my stuff out on other platforms like BitChute, Patreon, Rumble, all this other things that are more akin to free speech. Another thing The communists are coming. Editing free speech. YouTube just canceled NTD. They just canceled Epic Times channel. And I'm sure they just buried me. I don't know what's taking them so long with me. So I'll keep you guys posted because I am going to start branching out. But anyway, I am Cliff London. It's good to be back. And remember, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. And we might have to start making that fate for ourselves. I'm Cliff London. I'm proud of my packaging. And I don't hate myself. Good night, everybody.